Hey everybody, welcome to Airsoftology Mondays, the show that answers your questions, helps you out in a pinch, and also has a ton of fun with the LVOA on the range, the War Sport LVOA that is. I'm your host, Jonathan Higgs, and yes, I'm not one to really kind of go, hey, this is a really cool video, go check it out of my own, but you definitely got to go check this one out. Mainly because it was shot by a group of buddies of mine, incredible filmmakers. They've done a lot of really good stuff, even like some fan films out there you have definitely seen. Huge millions of views. Arius Grex is the name of the group behind the latest video I shot, and it was put up on April 1st, so you can kind of guess the theme of it. It's gonna be a little lighthearted. So if you haven't watched that, definitely check it out. I have a link over here, the little info button if you guys are on mobile, or down in the description below if you guys want to click it down there to take you over to it. It's really short, super short video. Like the meat of it's like less than a minute, so definitely worth a watch. But enough about me anyway. Also, wanted to tell you guys about a contest that's still running. If you guys haven't signed up for the Krytac Lmg Giveaway by Fox Airsoft, I definitely want to go do that. Time is running out. This is the last month. You've got a couple weeks left on that one. Go over there, click the link. If you guys want to get some more info from them, you can also opt into emails. But yeah, they're not going to spam you or anything. Definitely worth the link click because, I mean, come on, a freaking Krytac Lmg. So if you guys want to find out more on that and enter, link is in the description as well. Also, since that's all out of the way, let's jump on in. I'm going to do a few extra questions this week. And now it's time for the Palco mail call. Big Beer 805 SG comes back with the second question 2 weeks in a row. Is it a good idea to kick a live grenade to attempt to throw it back? 2 words for you. Heck no. Coming from a guy who's had a Thunder Beat go off in his hand, and I know there's a lot of you guys out there that have had this happen, like they prematurely detonate. No bueno. No, it's not fun. It stings. I mean, it's not gonna like blow your hand off, but even in like a flat palm, if you're just holding your hand like this and it goes off on there, it smarts. Gloves on or not. No gloves on, it really hurts. Not something I'd want to do for a fun Friday evening party experience, and definitely not on the airsoft field. So when an airsoft grenade comes, don't pick it up. Just don't throw it back. Now, do you want to kick it? Sure, you think you can kick it? Yeah, why not? As long as it's not a pyro grenade. So this is for you US guys out there that are running non-pyro grenades. For the guys who are running pyro-based grenades, absolutely do not pick these things up. Like the tag grenades out there or the thermobarics, let the sleeping dog lie. Don't touch it. Those are big booms, and you don't want that thing going off in your hand, or even kicking it for that matter, getting that close. But this is my thought. The reason I say about that is you guys should be wearing full scale eye protection. But if you're not, if you're standing on top of a grenade, those BBs can have a pretty good entrance angle. It's such a rarity. It's so odd for that to happen, but you don't want that happening. I mean, worst case, even if you have a mask on, usually this part of your chin's open. I mean, you're going to catch BBs here. That's going to sting. So just understand, nothing good could come of it. Just take that grenade hit, go hit respawn, come right back on in, and go smoke the guy that threw it at you. Joseph Moak writes, hey Jonathan, I was wondering what you thought about people that freak out and have all-out arguments on the field or during gameplay. So the magic word, you actually answered the question here, gameplay, the last part of your question. This is a game. Yes, it's a contact sport. Now, the reason I call it a contact sport is, well, you shouldn't be touching someone. Never lay hands, definitely don't punch anybody. You shouldn't get in a physical argument with anybody on the field. That we are shooting BBs at each other and they are contacting the body. So it is a contact sport in a roundabout weird way. That said, forget it. It's not worth having an argument on the field. Have I been upset on the field? Yes. Have I said a few things I probably shouldn't have out loud to someone else in the field at a range or a distance or under my breath as I walk past them? Yeah, I have, admittedly. I mean, I've been playing Airsoft for a very long time. You get out there, adrenaline's pumping, you're in a mood. I mean, but have I ever like flat out dog cussed someone to the ground or gotten into a fist fight? Heck no, that is terrible. Now, have I had somebody try that to me? Yeah. Really bad experience. It was at my local field years ago. A guy was out, he had his very young son, like 10-year-old son out there playing. And he was just kind of, I guess, went into dad mode and protective and started yelling at someone else, and I stepped in to try to calm him down, and he tried to take a swing at me. I stepped back and we took care of him. We didn't fight, no fighting. I mean, I'm out of that, you know, there's no reason. You're playing airsoft, right? why are you getting in fights in the field? But he was escorted off the field by the game staff, and I was actually helping his game staff for that event as well. So we actually got him on the field. But I mean, the fact that somebody's going to take a swing, it happens. I mean, it's crazy. It's stupid. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen the Jericho fight. If you guys don't know what that is, just look it up on YouTube. You'll find the Jericho fight. And then, of course, you know, the stupid kid shooting the other guy at SC Village. That's pretty much a physical altercation in and of itself, just being an argument. There are tons of examples of bad behavior on the airsoft field. It's because it is adrenaline, egos, those kind of things. But that said, no place for it. If you do it, you should be kicked off the field. I mean, you get to fisticuffs, it's time to go and never come back. There is no excuse for that. And that's what we did with the issue we had at our field. When that guy tried to take a swing, he was gone for good. You know, and I did the right thing in that case, at least I feel like I did. Didn't take a swing back, stepped out of it, got out of the range, didn't take a hit, thank goodness, and just got him out of there as quick as possible. So, but yeah, guys like that, people like that, and even girls, I mean, I'm not saying it's just guys, it can be anybody, have no business out there on the field in airsoft. Camille Stanek writes, "Oi, Jonathan, love the show. My question is, what's the difference between a normal beard and an operator beard? An operator beard went to school for 7 years to get their degree." Jerry Gallardo writes, "Hey Jonathan, I'm planning on starting an airsoft team and I was wondering, could I get in trouble for using a faction's name from a game for my team's name?" So like taking a faction's name from a video game, not at all. There's not gonna be an issue there. I mean, for example, if you wanna be like Ghost Recon or you wanna be the Division or something like that, go for it. These companies are not gonna come after you. In fact, they're probably gonna be pretty happy that you're using that. It's just kind of more free publicity. Now, that said, you want to start like a YouTube channel around it and start doing things and selling merchandise using their branding and logos. That could be a problem. If you want to kind of use that logo for your own use, that's a gray area, but chances are, it's just an airsoft team, they're not going to care. I mean, it's not going to be that big of a deal, especially from a video game. A lot of people cosplay and do things like that. I've seen a lot of people, for example, with the Division being really hot right now. If you guys are watching an old version or this video from a long time in the past, you may be like, oh, the Division's an old game. But you know, right now in 2016, Division's super hot. I see a ton of people wearing like Division patches and all that and doing the Division loadout. And that's just a really good example of someone kind of doing what you're asking. Now, that said, there's certain names you want to stay away from. Any brands or companies in the airsoft industry you want to stay away from because that kind of would imply a sponsorship or something along those lines. So you don't want to be like, hey, I'm Team Numerex or Team ASG or Team Palco or whatever. You know, that's a bad idea. Also naming yourself after an airsoft retailer is probably a bad idea as well. So I would look at, you know, those things like Team Airsoft GI or Team IVIC would be a bad idea. And of course, the big no-no on team names is really kind of staying away from anything military related. Be like, hey guys, we're the USMC Bulldogs. Yeah, unless you guys are all Marine Corps guys, I wouldn't do it. If you're all Marines, heck yeah, have at it. But if you're not, that's probably something I wouldn't step into. I mean, those guys did that. They signed up. They've earned that. So you don't want to kind of be disrespectful. Definitely don't be disrespectful to anyone in the armed services. So with all those guidelines in play, yeah, I guess the short version is, sure, man, have at it. Shouldn't be an issue as long as you don't go crazy with it. Well guys, that's it for questions this week, which means it is time for the Code Red Headsets video recommendation of the week. And this one is Team November India. It's actually their team presentation and it's from a channel called Mill Simple. Unfortunately, this channel is long dead. It's, I think 2 years ago was the last video they put up maybe. So yeah, unfortunately they are gone. However, I did want to show you guys this video because to me, it's a really cool example of a team promo video talking about, you know, kind of not even talking about themselves, but showing themselves in action. The guys are geared out to the nines. They look cool. I mean, sometimes I kind of wish I could really go to the games like with a huge group of people and play. I end up playing with like a lot of friends, but not really a team anymore. Really wish I had a team where I could really just, you know, we can all do like impression loadouts and stuff. Sometimes, for the bigger events at least. But yeah, this one was super cool. I had to get you guys the links to show you the cool loadouts and how they're operating together and working. And like I said, it's a shame they're not around anymore, or at least they might be. They may just not be updating their channel, but definitely check it out. It's the team presentation from November, India, and the channel is Mill Simple. And like always, I have a link to all of that in the description below. Well, guys, that is it for this week's Airsoftology Mondays. And as always, thank you for joining me here. I love all your great questions. And if you want to get your question on the show, submit it in the comment section below and vote up your favorites. I do read every single question every single week, and I will try to get your question on the show. I get so many great ones, it's tough to get them in every week, but be persistent. Every week, come back, keep putting it down there. I do pay attention to the ones that keep showing up from you guys. Also, patches, you guys are freaking awesome. I'm almost sold out of patches. I know I said last week I was getting low. Holy moly, you guys like went through the whole like orders. I have just a couple left. I've got some new ones coming in, totally different design, new logo and all that stuff. But if you guys are holding out for the classic ones, they are almost gone. Like that many left. And yeah, that is it for this week. So guys, until next week, go out, play some Airsoft, have some fun. But no matter what you do, call your freaking hits.